So many times it happens too fast. You change your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the cream of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all through the eye. Love the tiger. Face to face, out in the heat, hanging tough, staying hungry. They stack the odds till we take to the street, for we kill with the skill to survive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the cream of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all through the eye of the tiger. Rising up straight to the top, have the guts, got the glory. Went the distance, now I'm not gonna stop. Just a man and his will to survive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the cream of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all through the eye of the tiger. The eye of the tiger. The eye of the tiger. The eye of the tiger.
Welcome to the Virtual Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for Trivia Killed the Radio Star. Please welcome to your screen your host, David Coleman.
Hello, welcome. So this is Trivia Killed the Radio Star, and I have my good friends, Jesse Rivera and Dan Smith, here to ask them questions about Billy Joel. Jesse, how are you doing?
I am great. How are you guys doing? I'm good. I'm good. Hey, don't forget to check out my podcast, Comic Talk, the podcast. This week's guest, episode 69, Tina San Lucas. That's all I got right now.
I was just about to ask what you were up to. Cool. Dan, what are you up to these days?
How you doing, David? I'm doing good. Coming up later this month here on the Stab channel, I got the Body Posse show coming up on the 25th. It's going to be the fourth Friday of every month from now on the Stab comedy page.
Hey, I'm ready to do that anytime you have me back.
Absolutely, we will. I think we're trying to do first run comics first, and then have people come back.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. Yeah, we'll have you back for sure.
Very cool. So, are you two Billy Joel fans, or did you just listen to this for the show?
I know Billy's hits pretty much, and that's about it. So like 3 volumes worth of greatest hits. I thought it was a little self-congratulatory of Billy. You know, like especially the second disc. What the hell? I haven't heard any of those songs. There were 2 songs that I recognized, you know, on the whole disc. So, yeah, I know the hits, and that's what I was thinking out here on the greatest hits albums. And yeah, you could have condensed it into 2 albums.
I've been cracking Billy Joel jokes, or Billy jokes as I like to call them, all week, and I have been surprised how many people had no idea what I was talking about.
Really?
I'm a huge Billy Joel fan. When I was in high school, the Columbia Music Records and Tape Club was still around. David, before your time, you used to be able to just send in a penny to Columbia Music, and they would send you like 12 records, and then you had to buy 1 record like every month, but you never paid for those. They were just been chasing you for the money ever since. And one of the records that when I first got records, my first shipment was Billy Joel's Greatest Hits, volumes 1 and 2. And this is when I was just only a lad, and that was all the music I had was those 12 records. And that Billy Joel volume 1 and 2, I listened to over and over and over and over. And I've been a really good Billy Joel fan. Seen him live twice. Once with Elton John at Dodger Stadium, and once at the Pond, and I don't remember who opened up that show. The Pond is the Anaheim Pond for you Northern California folks, where the Mighty Ducks play. I could kick myself for not going to see him at Madison Square Garden when I was in New York City, but it was just like a last minute decision, and I was just like, I didn't do it. But yeah, big time Billy Joel fan.
So I can say this because I kept my word, and I stuck with one tiny little exception. I stuck with things you could know by listening to these 3 albums. So I can share one of my favorite facts about him is he doesn't sell front row seats because he was tired of just bored rich people in the front of his concerts, and so he pulls people from the cheap seats.
Really?
That's nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you put somebody in the front row that was driving to the show thinking they had way up in the rafters, and now all of a sudden they're in the front row. Yeah, they're going to be acting a little bit crazier than, somebody who had their assistant arrange these tickets for them.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's a good plan on his part.
Those are the real fans up in the rafters.
I was just listening to this earlier today.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm sure I'm scaring my coworkers because I just got several new coworkers and I've been listening to those 3 albums on repeat, and I'm sure they're terrified. That's the only thing that's going to come out of my laptop. And then next week it's going to be some other random artist for a week, and they're going to have no idea what's going on. So, all right, so let's jump into the questions.
How do we do it? You're going to ask a question and we buzz in, or?
I'm gonna switch back and forth. So it's the first part of it is I'm gonna switch. So do you have a preference? Who goes first?
Let Dan go first.
All right, I'll go first.
All right, Dan.
Yeah.
Which of Billy Joel's songs uses the word masturbate?
Oh man, it's on that first album. I know it. Is it A Matter of Trust?
It is not.
No, it's not, is it? Oh,
it is actually Captain Jack.
Oh man, the second song. Oh, yes. Oh, that was one of the ones that I hadn't heard that I really liked. Shit, I don't know.
Wow, that was a tough one.
No, I can hear it.
I mean,
can hear it in my head. That's the frustrating part. I can hear it.
Jesse.
Oh,
Okay, so here's if you want a hit, you've got to make it fit. So they cut it down to 305. Is a lyric in which song?
if you want to hit, you got to make it fit. So they cut it down to 305. Fuck, I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I cuss?
Yeah, it's on the stab, so
Okay, all
I'm
right.
sure they've heard their
Man,
share.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
That is in The Entertainer.
Hmm.
So
See, I can hear all these lines in my head, but I can't think of the titles.
okay, either of you, if you want to buzz in for this one, because this is my one like bonus point. Does anybody know what song it's referring to with the cutting it down to 305?
No.
No.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna take a wild guess that it's. Wait, was it a song that he actually cut down to 305?
It's for the radio edit. One of his songs was cut down to 305.
Piano Man.
Oh. Is it all about soul?
No, it is actually Piano Man. Okay,
Oh.
so we're still
Hey.
Then
I'm on the board.
so. Okay, let's see. So this one is for Dan. Which of these does Billy not pass through on his way to the River of Dreams? Then I got a multiple
Ooh.
choice. The mountains of faith, the jungles of doubt, the forest of joy, or the desert of truth?
The mountains of faith. No,
It is
he
act-
does pass through those, doesn't he? I'll go with the first one, the mountains of faith.
So it's actually forest of joy.
Shit. All right.
Okay.
Next, sorry.
I'm not going to stump you forever. We are, in fact, because there's sections of this where you definitely will get it.
Okay.
Okay, so Jesse, in New York State of Mind, which place does Billy not mention having been? Miami Beach, Hollywood, Las Vegas, or the Rockies?
Las Vegas.
Yep, you're right. It's Vegas.
Bam.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Okay. Next question for Dan.
Yep.
Billy Joel has 3 greatest hits albums, and none of them have Vienna on them. Isn't that weird to you?
Not as weird as The Longest Time not being on there.
It is actually. I think Longest Time is on one of.
It's
It's
not,
on-
on the third
on
album.
volume 3.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
it's on the third one, but it doesn't make it on the first 3. Or
No,
the
it
first
doesn't.
2, rather. Okay, and then
And I
Jesse-
guess it is weird.
so I'm giving you a point for finding it.
Okay.
And then Jesse, one thing that's confused me about Vienna is that he says all this stuff: slow down, you're too ambitious. Where's the fire? What's the hurry about? You've got so much to do. You can't be everything you want to be before your time. And Vienna waits for you. And I wasn't ever sure. Like, is he saying that you need to go to Vienna right now because it's waiting for you, or that Vienna will be there and you don't need to rush and you could like wait for a while? So what do you think?
He's saying Vienna will be there and you don't need to rush.
Okay, all right, that's a point for Jesse.
Very good.
All right, so for this next section, this is where you're going to need some paper.
Got it.
So I've got a list of names, most of them extremely Italian, that appear in Billy Joel songs. Some of these, for some of these, there's several names in one song. So if you can identify where they come from, and what I would do is write the song title and then write the names under that.
Oh, identify the song that they come from?
Yeah, so we've got Alexa, Anthony, Bobby, Brenda, Davey, Eddie, John, Johnny, Mama Leone, Mr. Cacciatore, Paul, Sergeant O'Leary, and Virginia. I'll put, what do we think? 4 minutes? 3 minutes?
3 minutes sounds fair.
3 minutes sounds fair.
What is it?
So, like, some of these names appear in the same song.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. Like, some of these appear in the same song. In fact, I think, a lot of these names are all in the same songs. And I also, this is an important detail. None of them are in We Didn't Start the Fire. That's an important one. These are all people that Billy Joel theoretically knows they could be real people, but they're not historical figures that he talked about in We Didn't Start the Fire. So if you wrote down stuff from We Didn't Start the Fire, that's my bad. Got a minute left. All right, so that's time. Okay, this writing out the list of all the names it felt like there's that scene in Ted 2 where he's listing off all the the white trash names. That's what it felt. Just Anthony, Bobby, Brenda, Davey, Eddie. Okay, so I guess for the sake of honesty, do you want to hold up what you wrote?
Oh man, I just wrote like some scribble.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able
Okay.
to read it.
What if we just go down the?
Oh,
What if we
we'll
just
do
say the
daughters.
name and we say whether or not we add it, and we just be honest about it.
Okay, what's Alexa from?
I know that one.
What's that
Dan, do you
one?
know that one?
No, I don't.
That's the Downeaster Alexa.
Yes.
Ah,
Oh, it also is apparently, I was told by my father-in-law, it is apparently also Billy Joel's daughter's name, which is why.
So well, it's a two-parter. The Downeaster was the name of his dad's fishing boat, and Alexa is the name of his daughter.
I think of his songs, that's the one that I think remains very poignant to me.
It's a beautiful song.
very beautiful song.
Yeah.
All right, what about Anthony?
I know that one also.
Dan, do you know that one?
No.
Okay.
Moving Out, Anthony's song.
Oh, yes, I did know that one. Damn it.
Okay, Bobby.
Moving Out. Damn it.
What's Bobby from?
Is Bobby from Say Goodbye to Hollywood?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. What's Brenda from?
Well, I once knew a Brenda. No, never mind. I do not know Brenda.
Okay. So Brenda and Eddie are the high school sweethearts in Italian Restaurant.
Oh, and today when I listened to Italian Restaurant, I was like, this is like the one song I know nothing about.
It's one of my. It's like if you I recommend learning some of the lyrics and then just belting it out in the car. It's a very good shouting in the car song.
Oh yeah.
'Cause it's
Well,
got-
the best shouting along Billy Joel song is "Can give you a heart attack."
Yeah,
You
that's
wanna
moving
know
out.
by
Yeah.
now.
That's
That's
moving out.
yeah.
Okay, what's Davey from?
Oh, that's an easy one.
I don't know.
Piano Man,
Davey, who is still in the Navy.
still in the Navy. Probably
Navy.
will be for life.
Okay, so
I
we
don't
did
know
Eddie,
any of them.
and John.
John at the bar is a friend of mine.
John the bar. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Piano
Wait,
Man.
Dan, did you know that one, or are you realizing it now?
I knew John.
Okay,
I didn't know the first one.
All right,
Yeah.
and then Johnny.
Is he also from Piano Man?
He is not.
I,
No,
no,
okay.
I have nothing.
He's the other name in. Or wait, have we done the first one yet? We did. He's the other one. He's with Bobby. He's in Say Goodbye to Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
And then Mama Leone.
That's the mom in Moving Out Anthony's song.
Yep. Dan, did you get that one?
No, I have her and Mr. Cacciatore in Italian restaurant because it just made sense.
Yeah. That's. I mean, it's a good fit. That's Mr. Cacciatore
Mama Leone is
also
Cacciatore.
and Moving Out.
It's on Moving Out.
I
Yeah.
had 4 in there for Moving Out. What about Paul?
Isn't Paul a real estate novelist who never had time for a wife? Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's the Piano Man.
that's Piano Man. I can tell I'm gonna have to change some of these questions, like if I do this again. I'm bad with names, so I really made a game that I would fail at if I were ever forced to play it. Okay, and then Virginia. What's Virginia from?
Train, meet Virginia.
Oh! You Catholic girls start much too late. Only the good die young.
Yeah. And then did I do Sergeant O'Leary? I think
Now
that's,
you do.
No, that's Piano Man, isn't it?
no. That is the 4th name from that's in Moving Out.
Oh, okay.
Sergeant O'Leary. He works at Mr. Cacciatore's.
Sergeant. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
Okay. So,
I think I got a half a point.
you got one. Yeah, you got 1 point on that one.
Mm.
Okay.
Congratulations, Jesse.
Okay, this next section is multiple
Oh.
choice.
Or multiple guests.
Okay.
Yeah. So this next section is called "Did It Start the Fire?" Which of these are not mentioned in "We Didn't Start the Fire"? Answers must be in the form of blank did not start the fire, as in not having been mentioned in the song. Abraham Lincoln didn't start the fire.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
A little stupid, but I think it's funny. Okay. So let's start with Jesse. So these are presidents: Carter, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Nixon, and Reagan.
Carter
Carter
did not start the fire.
did not start the fire. Yes. Okay, Dan.
All right.
Musicians.
Okay.
Okay, the Beatles, Bob Dylan, Buddy Holly, Elton John, and Elvis Presley.
Buddy Holly did not start the fire.
Buddy Holly was in there. It was
God
actually
damn.
it was Elton John. Thought about putting Queen in there, but there's that line, "Britain's got a new queen."
Oh, yeah.
You could argue that that was clearly referencing the band Queen, but I don't think it was supposed to be. Oh, also, I definitely had Sugar Ray on that list at one point before I realized that's definitely not the 90s band. Okay. Jesse, literature. Catcher in the Rye, Lord of the Flies, Peyton Place, Stranger in a Strange Land.
Lord of the Flies did not start the fire.
Yes, very good job. Lord of the Flies.
I was
Okay.
just like, I love that book, and I would have noticed that.
Yeah. All right, Dan.
Yeah.
Okay, authors.
All right.
Kerouac, Hemingway, Pasternak, Steinbeck.
Pasternak did not start the fire.
Pasternak was in fact in there. We did not have John Steinbeck.
Huh.
Oh, I would have guessed that wrong. I would have said the same thing Dan said.
Yeah, I don't hear Pasternak in my head. Now you're Steinbeck.
I mean, it would make sense that because Steinbeck was so prolific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess Billy Joel, being an East Coaster, is not a Grapes of Wrath thing.
Yeah, there was I was looking over it. There's a distinct East Coast preference. Okay. Jesse, Broadway plays. Cabaret, The King and I, Peter Pan, South Pacific.
Cabaret did not start the fire.
It was Cabaret. All right. Dan, film.
All right.
Ben-Hur, Psycho, Lawrence of Arabia, Wizard of Oz, Bridge on the River Kwai.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
You know, I've known all the questions you've given Jesse. Wizard of Oz did not start the fire.
Yes, Wizard of Oz did not.
Woo!
That was my guess. That was my guess.
Yeah.
All right. Jesse. Public health issues.
Ooh.
Birth control, cigarettes, AIDS, crack.
Birth control did not start the fire.
Birth control was in there. It is actually cigarettes.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
He must be a smoker and didn't want to.
Yes, that's it. He was a smoker, so it didn't make it in there.
Cigarettes didn't start the fire.
Okay.
The one thing they could.
Yeah, it is funny. Yeah, that's right. I guess that is funny. Anyway. All right, Dan.
Yep.
Actors.
Okay.
Audrey Hepburn, Marilyn Monroe, James Dean, Marlon Brando.
James Dean did not start the fire.
James Dean was in there. Actually.
Marlon Brando didn't, did he?
It
No,
is. Marlon Brando was also in it. It was Audrey.
Uh-oh, you
David
cut out.
Rose. Oh, there he goes.
Did not
What
make
was it?
There were a lot of actors listed.
What was the actor? I didn't catch it. You cut out.
Audrey Hepburn.
Was
Audrey
he not
Hepburn.
in it? Really?
No.
Damn it.
Billy Joel, not a feminist.
Well, I mean, yeah, he had, yeah. I was looking over the other women he had in there. I'm like, okay, that's true. Okay, now for the last two, I'm doing sports.
Cool.
Okay, so Jesse, I'm gonna give you boxing. So Sugar Ray, Rocky Marciano, Muhammad Ali, Floyd Patterson.
Oh shit. Read the last two.
Muhammad Ali and Floyd Patterson.
Floyd Patterson did not start the fire.
Patterson is in there.
Damn.
There's Liston beats Patterson is one of the lyrics.
Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray. So who was what was it?
Yeah, no. So Muhammad Ali was not in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Billy Joel. Billy Joel, not down with BLM.
All right, Dan.
All right.
Baseball. He has a ton of baseball references in there, but here's some players.
Yeah, but they're all like Yankees and Mets.
Yeah.
He mentions California baseball in there, but
1958.
it's
Bonus
specifically
question.
because New Yorkers were whining that they had to stay up late. Okay, the players, and I don't know anything about baseball, so I may have just given you a hint. Joe DiMaggio, Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Roy Campanella.
Mickey Mantle did not start the fire.
Mickey Mantle's in there. It was actually Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
It's not in there. I don't know.
Man, I would have killed Jesse's questions. Shit.
Okay.
Dope.
Okay. So next segment is
Hey, if we're doing decent on time, I have a really cool Billy Joel story.
please.
So I watched the documentary when Billy Joel did his concerts in Russia, and this is like 80s, late 80s Russia, right? And he on one of his off days, he tells his tour guide, take me to where the kids are. I want to see where like the punk rockers hang out, because he heard that there's like a cool punk rock movement, right? So they take him to the plaza, and he sees these kids that they're dressed just like the Ramones, right? And he goes up to these kids and he starts trying to have a conversation with them, right? And they're doing their best to communicate, and like out of nowhere, this little old Russian lady comes up, and the translator is saying that she is telling them, don't talk to them. They're the shame of our country. Don't talk to them. Don't interview them. They should be embarrassed for how they dress. They don't represent our country. And you could tell that the kids get humbled and they kind of get embarrassed and they kind of start backing away. And then Billy Joel says, wait a minute. Tell them that that's the same thing my mom used to say about me. Isn't that great?
That is great.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of Billy Joel not being a feminist, the next segment is called Screw Billy Anyway. I have a list of reasons women aren't sleeping with Billy Joel. For each of the following scenarios, what song did Billy sing to try and woo them anyway? So Dan, we're gonna start with you.
All right.
Okay. You are a young Catholic girl, and I think you should sleep with me.
What? Uptown.
I mentioned it earlier.
You mentioned it earlier. Then you say it. Then I don't know.
Only the Good Die Young.
Yeah, that one is from.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Jesse, I am very poor and unrefined, especially in comparison to you and people from your part of town. But we should have sex.
Uptown Girl.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay, Dan, you are heartbroken, damaged by past relationships, and not looking for anything new at the moment, and possibly currently crying. As the lyric goes, I'd be willing to hear you cry, especially if it is while we are in bed. As the lyric.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So that is from Innocent Man, which I find it hilarious that Billy Joel has a song called Innocent Man. Jesse, I am clearly mentally unstable based on my actions over this last weekend, which I spent most of at a social gathering I wasn't invited to, and then left by riding a motorcycle in the rain while exceedingly drunk. Crazy? Crazy at sex, maybe.
You may be right. I may be crazy.
Yes.
But it just may be a lunatic you're looking for.
Yes, which I love that logic of just like, I am acting totally irrationally. But
Yeah.
maybe that's what you're into? I don't know.
They are. Some are.
All right, Dan. Who knows how much further we'll go on? Maybe I'll be sorry when you're gone. This is clearly a short-term relationship and probably one we both will regret. But it feels nice now, and you know what else would feel nice? Intercourse.
Hmm. You got me.
That is the lyrics. Who knows how much further we'll go on? Maybe I'll be sorry when you're gone. Are from the longest
time.
The longest time. Shoot.
Okay.
I'm not doing.
All right, and then Jesse. These are actual lyrics from this song. Some love is just a lie of the soul, a
I
constant
got it.
battle.
A matter of time.
A matter of what?
A matter of trust.
Okay.
Sorry. I love that song. I have another cool Billy Joel story whenever you get a chance.
Okay, I'll read the last two and then do that. So Dan,
Yep.
Actually, I'm going to switch these questions, just to be fair. Okay. You are a piano, and late at night, Ray Charles and I wish to hold you.
Oh man,
Such a beautiful song.
it is. What was the name of it? Shoot.
That's another one of my favorite songs.
Baby Grand.
Yes, baby.
Yes, okay. All right. I got one. All right.
Jesse. Too high or too low, there ain't no in-betweens. I am inconsistent, changing dramatically from day to day. One thing that won't change is how good I am in the sack.
I don't know that one.
That is I Go to Extremes.
Oh, I fucking love that song. It's from the same album as the song I just did. It's from The
Yeah.
Bridge. Oh, call me a joker, call me a fool. Right at this moment, all right.
All right. So since we clearly have time, oh yeah, tell me your story.
So, as most of you know, John Lennon, when he lived in New York City, lived at the Dakota, and the Dakota is like this posh apartment complex, and they have a committee, and when you want to own an apartment at the Dakota, like when one becomes available, there's like just hundreds of applications, right? And you have to be approved by the committee to be allowed to move in. Billy Joel was not approved. Shot him down. Said, nope, we don't want you.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for another one where you have to write stuff down?
Yeah.
Okay. You got part of this from earlier. So list as many people as you can who were in the bar in Piano Man.
Oh, okay. Wow, I don't have a lot.
Me neither. The ones I have probably aren't right.
I think if you look at the entirety of the lyrics, there's 9, at least 9.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Assuming that like the ones with names aren't also the ones without names. You know?
Hmm.
Anyway.
Um,
If you haven't watched Crazy Ex-Girlfriend before, there's an excellent semi-parody of Piano Man in that show.
that was a movie, wasn't it? Or is it?
It's a TV show starring Rachel Bloom, who was an internet comic for a while, but it's a musical comedy.
Sounds familiar.
Lights and stars in it, so it's very good. But there's a very good Piano Man parody on that episode.
Um,
45 more seconds. All right. Dan, what have you got?
I got 3, and I doubt they're right. Johnny, Anthony, and Bobby.
So,
Yeah.
there's John, who is at the
John,
bottom,
okay.
and then Bobby and Anthony are from different songs.
Okay. The rest I just wrote random names. Is there a Bob in there?
There's not a Bob.
No. Betty?
And okay, I'm sorry, and I maybe didn't make this clear. They're not all named. It was just how many people are in the bar.
Oh,
that-
shit. Okay. I thought it was all Bob. Oh.
Okay, then maybe I gave bad instructions for that.
I don't know.
You want another minute to think about, like,
Nah. I don't know.
okay, all right. Jesse, what have you got? I can't hear you. Are you messing with me? I still can't hear
Still
you.
can't hear you.
Now you can hear me, right?
Nah.
There, I
Yeah,
hear
okay,
you.
sorry about that. First of all, I find it odd that Billy Joel is in a bar in New York City and not one Puerto Rican in the bar. Billy Joel. Finding out a lot about Billy Joel here, guys. Finding out a lot about Billy Joel. Because if we go back to David's favorite act, Simon and Garfunkel, they hung out with Julio. Anyway, the waitresses, the businessmen, Paul, Davy, John, and Bill.
Paul, Davy, John, Bill. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it sounds like, if you listen to the lyrics, it sounds like he's saying waitresses.
Yeah, I said waitresses.
Right.
Yeah.
And I looked it up online. Apparently it is, and the waitress is practicing politics.
Oh, see, that's because Billy Joel is a big drinker and he's
Yeah.
swears.
Blurring a little bit.
Words.
Yeah. Do you want to know the other two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an old man sitting next to me.
Ah,
Ah.
Yeah. And then
That's
the
so-
last one is, and the manager gives me a smile because he knows that it's me they've been coming to see.
Yeah.
because the
Man.
manager.
7's not bad, man.
Yeah.
Pretty
Sorry.
great.
Yeah, and I'm on. Wait, no, okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay, just for shits and giggles, I'm curious if you two know this. What Disney film starred Billy Joel?
Oh, he. I'm gonna guess Lilo and Stitch.
It's not Lilo and Stitch. It
I'm
takes
gonna
place
guess
in-
Lion King because I know his song was in it.
Did he have a song in
No, that's Elton
'cause
John.
it was
in Lion King?
maybe the
I think that was
Lion-
Elton John. Okay, so if you ever want to hear Billy Joel get down as a stray dog in New York, Oliver and Company stars Billy Joel. Yeah, it's a New York stray retelling of Oliver Twist.
So it's a New York stray of mine.
Yeah. Well, second follow-up question, because it's the only thing I can remember from this movie. I'm trying to even think how to mention. You know what? I'm not even going to do this as a question. You can hear Bill Murray do a great parody of New York State of Mind in the film Garfield. He does New Dog State of Mind after Odie comes home, and it's the only part of that movie I remember.
I was gonna say, who's seen Garfield?
I mean,
So
I was
wonderful.
very young when it came out, and it seemed like a good idea.
Oh, Bill
All
Murray
right.
was in it, so.
So, Jesse, you won.
All right.
So, if you'd like to be on next week or whenever you're next available again, then you can give me any musician, any musical artist, any band.
Could it be a genre?
If you'd rather I do a genre, I can do that.
Because if you let me do a genre, I already have the genre, and who gets to pick the contestant? Do you, or
Do you want to pick the contestant you're
if
up
you
against?
let me pick the genre, I have next week's genre and contestant already agreed,
Okay.
and I think everyone's gonna be happy.
Okay.
So next week I will battle Nicole Eichenberg in 90s R&B
Oh,
90s R&B.
or 90s hip hop, whatever you want to do. Whatever's easiest for you there, David.
Uh,
But you don't have to decide right now, right? Like do some homework and
yeah.
whatever. But Nicole has already agreed. Next week
All
she
right.
goes down.
Sounds good. Cool. All right. So for anybody who is watching, be nice to Stab. They're great people. If you're on Twitch, and you haven't already, subscribe. Donate something to them because they make this happen. And Jesse's extremely nice about this and just does all kinds of comedy production magic.
Thank you, Jesse.
Something
Yes, you
similar to
don't.
24 hours a day. So coming up in just an hour and 13 minutes is the Obscure Movie Trivia Show with my friend Buddy Dean.
Buddy.
right.
Yes.
They're
I'm not-
doing Princess Bride tonight? They're doing
We're
something.
doing Princess Bride tonight.
Yeah. That should be a good one. Everyone
Yeah.
loves that movie.
So that's going to be a ton of fun.
Thank you for being a worthy opponent, Dan.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, David. This was fun.
That was a ton of fun.
All right. And thank you once again, David, Jesse, and Dan. So next week, Jesse and Nicole Eichenberg, 90s hip hop or R. Well, actually, it's in 2 weeks. 90s hip hop or R&B, because we're alternating with sports ball. So every other week it's
that's
sports
right.
ball.
Okay.
And, yeah.
All right.
So
I'll
in
reach out.
in
I'll
2
tell.
weeks we'll be back for Trivia Killed the Radio Star. Thank you guys, and yeah, like David said, stick around at top of the not the top of this hour, the top of the next hour. It'll be 8 o'clock. It's the Obscure Movie Trivia Show with Buddy, and it sounds like it's Princess Bride themed. At least the first round is. So, thanks for joining us. Join us again in about an hour, and we'll see you there.
Standing in front, just shaking your act. Take you backstage, you can drink from my glass.